Okay, it's a 26 meter per second burn in about 12 hours. We could probably do it at any time, but I'm going to do it when it tells me to, just because this is so particular. So let's go ahead and delete this maneuver node. And we can, once again, fiddle when we get to periapsis. So let's go ahead and crank up time until 12 hours have gone by. Stupid Boone always getting in the way. So one problem with making these sort of maneuvers is if you do them too early, you end up with a moon encounter. Okay, it's a 33-second burn, so let's go down to 15 seconds. Okay, we kind of got it. Let me delete this maneuver node because we don't need it anymore. We are a day and some odd hours away from periapsis, so now we can actually add our periapsis alarm again. I'm going to hit F5 because sometimes when you get close to a sphere of influence, the game decides that you went into it even though it's not telling you you're going to. I don't know where Moon is, but he's around there somewhere. It's just very dark. I'm just going to make sure that he doesn't screw up our orbit because I will reload from quick save if I have to. Okay, apparently I don't have to. Okay, so now we are an hour away from periapsis. We are 6 days away from actually going to Eve, finally. And it looks like, yeah, it screwed up. No, actually, it didn't screw up our periapsis. We're actually looking pretty good. Oh, and my phone's ringing, so I will be back in who knows how long. Okay, it was a quick call. Let's resume our flight. Where were we? Let's see. We are doing... Sadly, our periapsis is way away from Kerbin now, but there's not much we can do about that. I guess at apoapsis we could burn down to get our periapsis close, but I'm not sure how useful that is. But anyway, we are an hour away, so let's go ahead and crank up time, get ourselves down to that periapsis. We want to get past it so we can see how far away the next one is. Sorry so much is happening in map mode. That's kind of what happens when you're planning these crazy maneuvers. Okay, periapsis is 6 days, 5 hours away. We need to shorten that by about 4 hours. So we need to burn a retrograde, which conveniently we are already facing. I'm just doing a very small burn here. 6 days, what do we want? I want to make sure it is 6 days, 1 hour, and 46 minutes. There we go. That's close enough for me. Okay, now what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to plan two things. Because this is the ejection burn, period. I'm going to do two things here, and I'm going to kind of do what I did before, which was try it and see what happens. We don't really need that much. We're probably going to need about 200 to get out of here. Give or take. Yeah, and that's actually putting us within Eve's orbit, so yeah, we need less than that. Set Eve as our target. And ideally, we will see some sort of magic when the time comes. I'm not seeing any magic. Oh, there's the magic. Do I need to go less? Or more? Or neither? I might need to go down or up as well. Oh, I wish you could blot out the sun. Okay, that's not doing it. That didn't do it. It like went away, which is always annoying. I don't care how often it happens. Because this is not the first time this has happened with Eve for me. But we actually need to burn a little bit either late or early. That could be part of the problem. Let me, because I want to bring this app up, so I want to get this as close to Kerbin as possible here. So let's go minus. Yeah, it looks like minus, and it looks like we might be able to go minus 1K. Okay, that's way too much. Actually, let's look at it on here. Let's go Minus 1k goes away. Oh, that's good. Let's go plus 100. That might be an encounter. But it might not. It's got to be close to an encounter, because you saw it was there. Let's go, what did I do? Minus? There we go. Instead of doing 100, let's do 10 now. So frustrating. Okay, let's try to tweak the prograde here by 1. That's taking us away from each other, which tells me that's got to be super close. Let's look at it from this side. Yeah, that's close enough that I think once we leave Kerbin's sphere of influence... Oh, God, could there be more lines? Actually, that's not close enough. We need to be not burning as fast. Or no, we need to burn faster, so we're going slower. Yeah, if we do this, that'll get them closer to each other. And then change the time by 10s. That's not working. Dang it. I want to be able to see everything on the screen at the same time. Okay, there's our... Here's where we are. Here's where it is when we're here. So we're getting there too early. Tell you what, this is crazy. I'm not going to make you sit through this. I will be back. I got it. I have an encounter. That's all I care about. I can do the rest once we've left Kerbin. So... There's our plan. I closed everything so I could see more of the screen. We are, yes, our window is there, and our burn is there. Our burn is less than 20 minutes late, but that is perfectly fine by me. Now we need to worry about Jool. So we're going to head back to our Minmus base and work on our Jool ship. I will be back when we are there. Okay, we have a problem. A challenge, if you will. The transfer to Jool is supposed to take 1947. That's from 100, whatever you call it, Kerbin orbit. This thing here is telling me it's going to take 2281. And in addition to that, I think Flight Engineer has broken because there's no way my first stage has 250 meters. Oh wait, that's the entire station. Yeah, that's the problem. I haven't departed the thing yet. But this is, I guess it's not that much more. And we're not at the actual thing. So, you know what? Let me get somebody in this ship. Actually, it has some brains on it. So let's go ahead and detach it, because we're going to do that anyway. Let's go ahead and release him. Yeah, according to this, his total delta V is 1377, which makes no sense whatsoever. I think... something is screwed up. I mean, these are the 3 engines here. I think it's expecting me to dump these right away or something. I honestly don't know. And one of these engines is active. Yeah, there's something wrong. I'm going to reload the game and I will be back. Okay, yeah, so quick reload, and now we have 2895, which seems a lot more reasonable as far as that's concerned. However, I'm still a little concerned about that thing, so I think I'm going to set another one of these alarms. I'm doubting what I read on the internet, or perhaps my memory of what I read on the internet. I'm thinking about trying to leave Minmus on the other side of its orbit, and then do the same thing I did with my Eve probe, but do it with my Jool probe. So let's actually do that right now. Might as well do 2 of them here. Jump to no, that's not what I want. I want my 2 Jool. And beyond. Okay, we want 113 to prograde, which is... Here's prograde. Here's 90. Actually, wait. Here's 90. Here's 113, give or take, right around here. So we wanna leave it when it's here, and then it's going to be 6 days from now, which really isn't that far, but Kerbin's probably going to be a little bit farther around this way, so we actually want to leave it a little up here. I'm going to actually just set it on the other end. I'm just going to make it 6 days away. Let's just do that. So let's do a raw time for 6 days from now. And then say... I might as well attach it to this vessel. Try Jool. But that's after the 4-minute burn of this thing. Oh, Minmus Superstation has a maneuver node because I was screwing with it. Try Jool. Yeah, 2 Jool. Gilly all in one. Let's go ahead and head to Gilly. Okay, well, the burn is 4 minutes long, and it's 2 minutes away. This is a lot quicker than I thought, and I'm kind of scared, so I've already hit F5, and we are hitting the gas. Let's go ahead and close down the Kethane, and get Precise Node up here. Wish Precise Node had a... turn ourselves into the sun here. Oh, there's a right there. That right there is a screenshot. God, I just love those. We're not going to get very many Kerbin screenshots anymore. Well, as every time somebody leaves from Kerbin, I guess, to go somewhere, we can get a screenshot of them leaving. But yeah, actually we won't, because a lot of them are going to be burned on the night side, which can be a good shot, especially if you turn all your lights on. This guy has some lights, right? Oh yeah, he has lights. But anyway, yeah, I did not expect this burn to be this quickly approaching. So we've already got our ejection from Kerbin, and we are coming down on our approach to Eve here, where this is our actual thing. This is our planned periapsis, which seems a little wrong. So I'm worried about that maneuver node. It seems like I was supposed to wait an entire orbit, but it told me, like, hey, do it now. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it now. So I don't know what this means and everything, but it looks okay. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, I can already tell from these things that it's wrong. So it somehow jumped the thing ahead in orbit or something, I don't know. But I'm going to stop the burn and F9 my way back. And now I have to reset up my maneuver node, which will be fun. I'm going to do that, and I'll be back when I have it. Okay, I have another encounter. It's roughly what I expected the burn to be, and it shows me an encounter, so I'm just going to go with that. Conveniently, it's actually a day after. Actually, it's only a couple hours after my Tri-Jool, so we're going to actually... Actually, we'll stay on this ship. Let's close the alarm details because I can fast forward faster. So let's hit F5. And just crank up time until 5 days goes by. Okay, and we're back at our Tri-Jool ship. And I just realized something. I never loaded this with people. And I kind of wanted to do it before launching it to Jool. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. I'm going to actually restore from a save, and I'm going to... This is actually going to take a while, because I'm going to have to bring some people up from Kerbin. So, I'll be back. Actually, let's make sure I can do this. F9. Yes, it's 6 days ago. Okay. I'm going to launch several ships up to the Jool station. Let me see how many people are at Minmus Superstation base. I just double-clicked on something. 4 is Rob, 5 is Donmon, and 6 is Sidri, and 7 is Nathan. So we got 7 people up here. So we need to send up at least 3 more, or 2 more sets of 3 to get, so we can leave one guy behind on the base. Look at that, cool. That's texture replacer, whatever it's called. That's one of the texture packs. The little dark splotches, which is kind of cool. I think those are Highlands. Anyway, so we're going to do that. We can get them up there in 6 days fairly easily. Or definitely in... Oh, our Tri-Jool timer is gone. I'm just going to add one for 5 days from now. Okay, so I'm going to bring those guys up, and I will... I'll tell you what. Might as well show you this part. Oops, might as well show you this part because we're going to be hiring new people. Okay, we've got Mac and Frednard. Apparently, I had already hired them at some point. We need people who are very courageous. So let's get Pat Ford. Sidrin? Kind of a little too close to Sidri, I think. Nellius. I don't want anybody else with a name that starts with an N. Sean Bart. I think that's Sean Wise's brother. Edmal is not stupid at all. He's gonna be a leader. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We need to hire one more person. Let's go with Hermione. You look good. Okay, and we are going to now take these people. We're just going to put each one on a 3 to minimus and send them up. So I'm going to do that, and I will be back when we actually have them up there and we're ready to actually send people to Jool. Okay, we are not on our way yet. I'm actually at, let's see, leave your seat. I'm at minimus with the first ship, and I docked it, or didn't dock. I got it rendezvoused with this big ship because I don't actually need to take it to the station. I just need to get it to this ship, and then we can get the guys in here as we go. Come on, get in there. Okay, there you go. Next guy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing back to the... leave your seat. I'm going to take this thing back to the science lab. Oh, not the science lab. I'm sorry. The... whatever you call it. The superstation. And then... oh, I've got this thing on there too. That's pretty funny. Definitely don't need that to take that to Jool. Oh. Try that again. These guys are new. What do you want? They're not seasoned veterans like the likes of Donmon and Sidri. Although Sidri's still in trouble for 9 years ago breaking that solar panel. Leave your seat. Okay. So what I'm going to do is these guys are going to take one of these houses. The other 3 guys are going to take the other house. And then the people at the base are going to take the last house. So, whoa, crazy time. Let's try that again. Okay, now this thing is all by itself, but it still has a brain. If it only had a brain. And it's actually fairly close to the superstation, so let's go ahead and set that as a target. And if we burn just a little bit retrograde, actually, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Don't want target mode, we want orbit mode. Burn just a little bit retrograde. We should get an encounter next orbit, which is perfect. Yep. Okay, so we're going to add an encounter. Let's go ahead and add that alarm. And it's 53 minutes from now, and it's the one. Okay, well, you saw me what I did with this guy. I'm going to do that with the other ones. I'm going to also pick up the 3 people from the station and bring them, and I think 9. I said 12, but I think 9 is fine. We're gonna send 9 people. So we're gonna do that, and then I will be back when we're ready to do more. Okay, well, we're not going to Jool just yet. The Jool window is after my ghillie ejection. I thought it would be before, but it's after. So I'm going to fast forward, do the ghillie thing, and then we'll concentrate on Jool from there. And so looks like we're gonna be doing 2 ejections this episode. So let's go ahead and let's get into cinematic mode. It's been a while since we've done this. Go into free mode. Find Kerbin. He's around here somewhere. I'm sure there's Kerbin. Gonna manually slow it down when we get close enough. There we go. Hey, Kerbin. Moon, screw you, Moon. Whoa! And we are ready to go. Close the alarm and unpause. And this is a 186 meter per second burn, which is 1/10 of our stuff. So it's going to be about 1.5 minutes. So we're going to hit F5 now. And then we're going to go down to 45 seconds before the burn. Oh, 30 seconds. It's actually a 4.5 minute burn, so this is completely wrong. So I'm going to hit, actually I'm going to hit X, then I'm going to hit F9. 4.5 minutes. That's 2 minutes and 15 seconds before is when we got to actually start. Luckily we're aerobraking at ghillie, or at Eve I should say. I've lost my maneuver node, which is always fun. So let me reset that up, and I will be back in a moment. Actually, I can't be back in a moment. I have to just burn in this direction until we get an encounter, because I have to burn in about probably 10 seconds. Well, at least we have the thing here. So, here we go. But I will be back because you don't need to watch this because it's going to be a 2.5 minute burn. So I'll be back in, 4 minute burn. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Okay, we're getting close here. I wish I could zoom in better, but I can't. There's our close approach, and here comes magic, magic, magic. No magic. I actually have physics. I dare to go up to double speed. Yeah, I was expecting magic, but we didn't get any. So, not much we can do about that. I think we just gotta leave Kerbin's sphere of influence and then tweak. I don't think that there's any reasonable way to expect, without me getting a maneuver node, getting this nice close approach. And we've already passed our apoapsis, which is sad. I don't know exactly when we're going to be. How far away is this? This is only 2 days away, which means it's this orbit. So I wonder what happens if I fix this. First of all, how much does it cost? 1.4. 1.0. Oh. Okay, that makes it 0. And then we're still a little bit early, which kind of annoys me because we really shouldn't be. But if we speed up, no. If we slow down. Oh, come on, we're right frickin' there. What if we radial a little bit? Go the other way. There we go. Okay, it's a 322 meter per second burn, erasing all bonus we got for using the old birth effect at Kerbin, but it'll do it. And we have plenty of delta V, even though this is a big fat liar. I think this is expecting me to be running those other engines. But I think we have more than this meter per second, not less. So 322 really isn't that big of a deal. So that's going to happen well after we launch the Jool, though. So let's go ahead. Oh, that's not actually associated with anyone. Let's go ahead and take care of that. I will get to the Jool ship, and I will be back when we are there. Okay, well, I've got my 3 maneuver nodes here. The one to eject from min-miss is 161, which is fairly typical for a min-miss ejection. The one to do the maneuver node is 48, which are the maneuver node. The one to do the maneuver node, that really helps you understand what I'm doing. The one that aligns my orbit with the moon, I should say, which also aligns it with Jool, because Jool is basically at 0. I think it is actually at 0, but it's very close to if it's not. And then the ejection burn, which is the beefy one, is 1073. So the total is about 1100, give or take. So it's about 1300, which I think is about what I expected it to be. I honestly don't remember. Let's see. To Jool. Yeah, see, that's a lot less. I think it was like 20 something, and now it's like 13. So this is definitely better both ways. I don't know what I read or where I heard about it, but we're doing it. But this, if you look here, this ejects us out of Kerbin. We could even do an alignment burn out here if we wanted to, but it gets us a Jool encounter. We'll probably at that alignment burn get the Jool encounter. Might as well do it all right there, and that'll be a tiny little correction there. That's not a big deal at all. So we're gonna do this. We are gonna eject to Jool right frickin' now, and we've got a full crew here. Oh wait, we're controlling from the wrong place. Let's see. Control from here. Stop moving. There we go. Probably turn the computer on. We should probably run through who we've got. We've got Mac, we've got Frednard, we've got Pat Ford. Those are three people we don't know. We've also got Bob. He's the commander of the mission. We've got Kersony, Rob, Shanbart, Henmy, and Edmal. You're basically the 3 of you Bob, Kirsty, and Rob, you guys are going to be running the show. The other guys are going to be sitting on moons or in orbital stations. You guys are going to be setting everything up. That's the plan. So we've basically got 6 scrubs and 3 important people. And anybody who hasn't left for Eve, isn't on Moho, and isn't on this ship is going to be... let me get my things open here. Why didn't I open those? Anybody who isn't on any of those is going to be going probably to Duna or Dre when the time comes, or perhaps even Elu. We're eventually going to be going there. And if we run out of people, we'll figure something out. But currently my problem isn't that I have too many places to go and not enough people to send them. My problem is I keep sending people out places and then not dealing with them for months on end. But anyway, we've got an ejection burn here. It's 161 meters per second. Again, I don't trust this at all. However, we got 3 times the thrust of the other ship without too much more mass. So I'm going to guess it's going to be about maybe a minute and a half. We're going to Jool. Close the alarm and unpause. There's Kerbin with Moon. Nothing in the projected path tells me that Moon's going to screw us up like it screwed up the other one. I'm going to hit F5 here. And we're going to get ourselves lined up on this maneuver node. I'm going to go down to, what did I guess, about a minute and a half? Let's say 2 minutes. I'm going to go down to 1 minute. And let's actually light the engines. Okay, there we go. Minute 45. So we'll go down to about 45 seconds. About now. There we go. This ship is not quite as sturdy as the other one because it's got these extra engines. So until those extra engines are gone, I am not going to do too much in the realm of time warp. And by not too much, I mean none at all. But this will get us away from Minmus, and then we'll do our correction burn, and then shoot off from Kerbin, and I think that'll be the end of the episode. That'll be a good end. Whoa, freaking out. That means we have left orbit, and we are upside down. But in space, there is no upside down. Where's Minmus? Oh, Minmus is right below us. I was just saying, there's no upside down. And we actually are upside down. I've been watching Enterprise, the TV show, the very misunderstood TV show. I'm really enjoying it. I think anybody who hasn't watched it and is a Trek fan, you should definitely give it a watch. It's it's got a bit of a rocky start in season 1, but it picks up, and seasons 1 and 2 are very, very acceptable. Season 3 is fantastic, and season 4 starts off kind of dodgy, but it gets pretty good about halfway through. That's where I am right now. But anyway, what I'm saying is they like to orbit upside down, and much like in regular Star Trek, you know, they always show the ship upright. In Enterprise, they don't do that, and I really like that. As a Kerbal Space Program player, I appreciate that they don't show that. And I think they're orbiting the planet upside down, like on purpose to keep communications or something like that. Like they actually thought that up. Look at that. Look at that burn. Could you have done any better? Well, I could have done any better. I could have done an extra decimeter per second, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, maneuver node 2. I just deleted the wrong... Let me replace maneuver node. And it didn't put it back. I deleted the wrong maneuver node. I wanted to delete this maneuver node. It's apparently already been deleted. Probably when I replaced it. Yeah, I replaced it with this one. So that maneuver node's gone. I have to remake it because I'm a freaking moron. And I will be back. Okay, I fast forwarded out to the sphere of influence change. I figured you didn't need to see what you see all the freaking time in this game, which is me fast forwarding. I set up all the nodes. I even set up the alignment burn, which is actually bigger than I thought it would be. It's about 300, give or take. Again, not a big deal. But yeah, so we're leaving Minmus, or we've left Minmus. Now we're going to fast forward to this maneuver node here, which is right around Moon's orbit. Okay, here's our alignment burn. Let's go F2. This is going to be a 50 meter per second burn, which we have seen. Oh, it actually predicts here in the game, because I haven't left the ship, which is nice. 30 seconds. So let's hit F5 like we do. Go down to about 15 seconds. Hit the gas. Let's get ourselves turned to the sun. Might as well let those solar panels do their work. Oops, when I said to the sun, I didn't mean perpendicular to the sun. I meant actually to the sun. Okay, let's get ourselves aimed at our maneuver node like we like to be. Not that we need to be precise or anything. Okay, there we go. This thing's a little bit wobbly, but oh well, what are you going to do? Actually going to kill the engine so I can get myself aimed at this thing. Probably about as close as I can hope to be, really, with how shaky this guy is. We got plenty of Delta V left in the old rockets. Okay, we're not going to get any better. Okay. Now let's kill this maneuver node, the correct one. And now this maneuver node should send us out. And we are no longer on Jool approach. So let me start over. Because I want to make sure that this all works. This should be roughly at periapsis. And look at that. That actually gets us an encounter. So we're just going to do that. So let's get aimed in the direction. How much fuel we got left of these guys? Oh, we got tons of fuel. I have a feeling I way overfueled this ship. I have a feeling we're going to be dumping these off on pole. But, I mean, if we do, we do. It's not that much extra fuel, and we can guarantee we can make it to our first Kethane base. Because we're not bringing any Kethane stuff up here. We're building that all on site. So, before we get to our Kethane base, our Kethane deposit, and set up a base there, so we can drill for it before we run out of fuel, because we can't do that once we run out of fuel. I guess we could build a rover, but I don't want to drive a rover across Pole or Gilly. That would be ridiculous. And possibly we could do something with the Kerbin's jetpacks, like actually attach them to something and fly them with the thing on there. I don't know, but I don't want to deal with that. We are at 2 minutes and 30, actually right about now. I'm going to hit the gas. And this is going to be a long burn, and I am not going to time warp, so I will be back when we are getting done with it. Well, this is sort of a failure here, but we're going to see what happens. We're almost out of fuel on this thing. The burn, even though it told me 5.5 minutes down here, it actually quoted 10 minutes, and that was 8 minutes ago, and now it's going to get even worse when I kick these fuel tanks off. Right now, because look at that acceleration. Oh yeah, we're just cruising along here. Now we've got 5 more minutes, but at least now I can time warp at least 2 times. So yeah, but we are leaving Kerbin behind. It looks actually quite beautiful, to be honest. And if you go into an EVA mode, or not EVA, IVA mode, we can actually look at Kerbin. Let's go to the next guy. Oh, there we go. We can actually look at Kerbin, and we can see Kerbal Space Center here. Right about there. that light there in the ocean, that's the runway. There's apparently a city on that island. And then this is the city you see when you're taking off to the north of Kerbal Space Center. So Kerbal Space Center is right in the middle there of the thing, which is kind of cool. We are wandering crazily. Why are we wandering crazily? Why is everything going wrong? Get out of map mode. Get out of IVA mode. Okay, we're not wandering crazily anymore. That was scary. I guess the nav ball was showing me the perspective of the Kerbal I was on or something. I don't know. I just almost had a heart attack there. Okay. But yeah, we are cruising. We're not gonna really have a very close approach to the moon, but we are gonna kind of fly by it. Okay. A lot has happened since I left you. I gave up on the maneuver node. It was like wrong completely. And I also actually redid the burn because the first time I did it, I didn't realize the maneuver node was so crap. Basically, when you do a really long burn at periapsis, things change over the course of your burn so much that you that it turns wrong. And actually, it was telling me to thrust in the direction of my maneuver node, and my projected delta V was going up. Like I had to, I kept having to, and then I checked map mode, and even though I still had like 50 delta V to go, my apoapsis was out here beyond Elu's orbit even. So so I had to restart that thing, and as I was doing the maneuver, it's just the maneuver node was getting worse and worse and worse. So I just deleted it and went to prograde. We're almost out of fuel in our stage here, in our current stage. Which this seems to be telling me the same thing, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we're getting kind of close to Jool. So these things aren't going to make it all the way to Jool, but they're going to get close. Yeah, the 31, 30, and then we're at 60. So yeah, when that gets to 0, I know I can hit the spacebar, which is awesome. And I think I showed you that before. But I don't know for a fact if I did or not, so I will, I'll show it to you again. It's hilarious how crappy our acceleration is. But now the maneuver node doesn't matter, so I deleted it, and I'm just burning program. That's all I'm doing. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, they're gone. Look at that. It's just redonkulous. Oh, this is such a great ship. Okay, well, now we're just pushing this thing out. It's probably going to take a while. I can actually go into double speed now and not do too poorly. So this isn't going to be... Let's see. Jool orbits at what? 70 million, and we're at 54 million. So, yeah, it's going to be a while. So I'll be back when the time comes. Okay, we're at 62, and we're getting really close here, which is nice. One nice thing about Jool is it's not too hard to get an encounter. And my thrust to weight is so poor, I might actually try to tweak the encounter from here. There we go. We already got our closest approach encounter here. As soon as we get an actual encounter... Actually, let's just prep for that right now. We're going to be getting an encounter any second now. Let me look at it here. I want to make sure I don't go too far. Actually, we might not get an encounter because this is... It's only 2.5, you would think. Let's burn a little bit more here. Yeah, we're actually reaching it a little bit early, so we need to burn a little bit farther. Oh, there we go. We got an encounter. And it's fairly far north. Part of me wants to fix it now, part of me wants to fix it when we get out there. I think I'm going to fix it when we get out there. When I'm saying I'll fix it out here, what I mean is out here at the... Let's see. Ascending node, which is 2.5, so then if we bring it down, then when we look at our encounter, it's much better. We're actually in the plane. We're going the wrong way, but we're in the plane. And then what we can do is we can burn, I think that'll be towards the sun, which is a radial inward. Yeah. We can burn towards the sun, not too much because I'm doing this one at a time. And then get our actual Jool encounter right there, and that'll be our arrow braking encounter. And we can already tell that we're kind of crappy as far as this is concerned, so let's go more negative on the normal, and boom, perfect-ish. Perfect enough. And that is a 117 meter per second burn. That's a nothing burn right there. Okay, I'm going to delete this maneuver node alarm because we don't need it anymore. And I am going to bid you adieu for this episode. Next episode, we are going to do whatever this maneuver node is for the Gilly All-in-One. Pole All-in-One is going to leave our system. I think this is our alignment burn. Then we've got an Eve to Kerbin, which is actually the Gilly probe that is on Gilly right now, is going to launch from Gilly and come back to Kerbin and bring the science, just kind of like the Driloho's doing. We've also got this Driloho thing, and then we're eventually going to be arriving at places. So I'm not sure what's going to happen next. We've also got the rescue mission for me and... Oh, who is with me on Moho? I don't remember. Somebody's with me on Moho, and I feel bad because I brought somebody along and you haven't done anything whole thing. So I'm going to bring you back, and we're going to go somewhere. It'll be fun. Then we've got Duna, Elu, Dre, all that good stuff coming up. I hope you enjoyed watching me do these maneuver nodes and stuff. I hope you learned something. I know I, as always, did. I am 5th Horseman, and I will, as always... talk at you later.